Yeah, welcome to the Tuned In Podcast. Make some motherfucking noise. Yes, sir. Yeah, we in this bitch. I am your host, Tunde, a.k.a. TunGotJokes, a.k.a. Chocolate Papí for all my night job people, a.k.a. Mr. Fresh sometimes, but not all the time because then you expect too much, a.k.a. him Duncan, the Hall of Famer, because I did it my way. Got my main man here with me. The people know him as T.Reg. I call him Mr. L.A. Let's make some noise for my co-host, T.Reg.
Yes, sir. Back with another one. Another good friend of mine. That's a guest today.
Yes. We have very important guest here for the city of Los Angeles because this nigga is more noticeable on television than Ronald McDonald.
My nigga in every commercial around
every
this motherfucker.
fucking commercial, every campaign, nigga, billboards, everything. This person is somebody who deserves the recognition that he is getting because of all of the work that he's put in. So I'd like to make some noise and welcome Micah Bijon.
Yeah.
And let's be very clear. He's an actor and commercial guru. That's what I'm calling the nigga. A commercial guru. What's going on, Micah?
What's up, Blair?
What's going on, King? Thank you for stopping by to the Tuned In Podcast. It's been a long time coming. We've had this conversation about you being on the show, like 3 years ago at least.
About that.
2, 3.
Mr. Birthday.
Yeah, that's some birthday shit of mine.
Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir.
Appreciate y'all having me.
Yes. Appreciate you coming down. So let's start with the beginning. You know what I'm saying? You are originally from Los Angeles, right?
That I am.
What area of Los Angeles?
General space would be South Central.
South Central.
But specifics would be like 65th Western, Inglewood. Just mainly both of those.
All over,
Mainly
damn near.
both of those,
Right, would you say?
pretty much.
It seems like everybody that's from LA tends to move around a lot.
Yeah, you know.
Is that a thing?
Shit, it's hard out here.
Gentrification, You know, prices, niggas shooting.
Niggas shooting, that'd be a thing. That's definitely a
Pick
thing.
your poison, you feel me?
Exactly. Right. Yeah. Shout out to the gunshots.
I was about to say.
That's the one. That's the one.
There you go.
Yeah, we upgrade shit. We got gunshots, nigga. We got all type of shit here now. You know what I'm saying? So we making shit work here on the Tuned In Podcast.
We really need 2 of them. I'm gonna have to buy one for myself so I can have one over here.
You gonna have to get one too. You know what I'm saying? And bring a speaker, or we gonna figure it out. We gonna
For sure.
That you especially need some fucking sounds because your ass is crazy. Anyway, so yeah, it's not about him. It's about you today. So okay, with growing up in LA, did you have siblings or are you the only child?
Nah, I'm actually the youngest. I'm the baby.
Nice.
I have 2 brothers. And I have a sister, older sister. But then I have an additional brother and sister. You know.
Oh, half that shit go.
You feel me?
Somebody was fucking a
Or
lot.
like
Here's
Jay-Z.
the thing about people in Los Angeles. Everybody was fucking in the 50s and 60s a lot. Because every person I know out here got at least 3 siblings on one or the other side.
Whether they know or they don't.
Or they don't, right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's some serious shit going on around here.
Yeah. My brother's definitely my half brother.
Yeah, see, exactly.
But you know, that's my full brother. But
Exactly.
shit.
That's my full brother. Yeah, I love him like a full brother, right?
Hey,
Same
and on
look.
some LA tip, like me and Reg have our own, yeah, you hear
Shout out to them.
probably like Kawasaki, Suzuki,
Right.
something.
Okay. Evidently, this
you
nigga's
feel
a
me?
bike rider. Oh, Lord.
Nah, but we have our own connection. But then our brothers have their own connection.
Yeah.
Oh.
Without us even knowing that when we first was.
Without y'all even knowing that. So, okay, because y'all grew up in around the same area and stuff like that, when did y'all meet and how did y'all get cool?
Right up the street, Cal State Northridge.
Yeah.
Going to Northridge.
yeah.
So going to Northridge first, or did y'all know
Like
each other
we've,
before?
Nah.
we've seen each
yeah,
other
nigga,
before,
but I
like,
ain't really
just from
know 'em.
parties and stuff
Yeah.
in LA. But
What high school did you end up going to?
I went to Fred Price. It's like a private Christian school.
In the hood.
Yeah.
In the hood.
Fred Price.
Fred
So it's
Price.
named after like one of the like grandkids.
Of who?
Of the pastor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so it's like-
nice.
No, it's a
like
big
a
ass
third.
school on Vermont.
Yeah.
That's funny. People, I don't really know nobody that went there outside of you and
Well, I mean,
a couple others.
Thundercat used to play.
Oh, I
Thundercat
never
used to
knew
play
that.
in the,
I thought
in the
Thundercat went to
church.
Washington.
Yeah, him
Oh,
and
went to
him and his brother
church.
Kentaro.
Oh,
Wow.
church,
The fact
okay.
that, let's be very clear for all of you people who don't understand Los Angeles culture, Thundercat is Nipsey Hussle.
No. You loud and wrong.
I'm loud and
1050,
wrong?
1050. Please, we piecing that up to post that.
We editing that out?
No, we're not editing
No,
it
we're
out.
not editing that out. Hell no. But
we're
no,
posting
technically
that.
I'm not wrong,
You
though.
going viral.
Technically, I'm not wrong.
No. Listen. Listen.
Yes, he's definitely gonna use that. But
Listen.
technically,
Nipsey Hussle, yes, hood name from 60s is Thundercat.
Thundercat. Okay,
But there is an artist.
Okay. Misinformed.
There's an artist named Thundercat. You don't know who Thundercat?
No, I don't.
Damn.
That's not my fault.
Nobody move. There's blood on the floor.
He looking at you like, I don't know. He don't
I have
know.
no idea,
My new
brother.
do-rag.
That's like his most famous song.
I gotta hear it.
Thundercat is very dope, but that's who he's referring to.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
that's
technically,
Dang.
I was
That nigga.
wrong person.
Hey, look here. This something you gotta understand about Los Angeles. Nah, nigga. You're from Chicago. You're wrong.
Okay, but I was wrong in this scenario. But was that not his hood name?
You're right.
Was it? That's what
We're
I'm
talking
saying.
about
I ain't
something.
That's
gonna
all I'm
cap. I
saying.
didn't even know it.
Thank you. He didn't even know. He learned something today. Fuck you, T-Reg.
Anyway.
So anyway, back to this Thundercat nigga. Not Nipsey. Shout out to the big homie in the back. Y'all see
Man, I'm
it.
crying.
Anyway, go for it.
Oh man.
So Thundercat is the grandchild of the school. What were you
Oh
saying
no.
now?
He was. We were just talking about just
Notable
connections to
people
the
that
school.
went
Yeah,
there.
Notable people that went there.
I know.
went there
You
or
know,
just a part of it.
NBA player, ex-NBA player, Alan Crabb.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
He went
Brody.
there. That's his boy.
Today's
he went
birthday.
there.
Really?
That's crazy. Happy
Shout out to
birthday,
bro.
Brody.
Okay. God bless.
Yeah,
That's
he
what's
went.
up.
He went there.
That's what's
so
up. Okay,
I'm
cool.
familiar with bro going there.
Yeah, he got a if you go to Intuit Dome, he got a jersey in there. They got like 50 jerseys of like all the athletes that went to the league from LA.
Oh, that's
so,
fire.
Like DeMar DeRozan in there.
That's fire.
You know, all the Aaron Follow.
Yep.
DeMar
bunch.
DeRozan, Westbrook,
Mm-hmm.
James Harden, Paul George. Is y'all
Paul
playing
George?
a little bit?
Jordan
that
Farmar?
nigga from Palmdale.
Jordan Farmar.
Well, yeah. Let's say, yeah. I mean, Paul George.
Well,
his jersey.
y'all,
yeah,
it seems like
his
nigga,
jersey actually
anything,
into it.
anybody that do anything around this motherfucker, y'all claim in LA.
Hey.
It don't matter. Kawhi, y'all claim everybody in this motherfucker. It don't matter where they from.
Kawhi
if
originally
y'all
from
are
Compton, I
in the
think.
proximity of fucking 300 miles
Hey,
or some shit.
But no, yeah.
they hate us.
Shout out to Price though.
Shout out.
Okay,
Yeah.
word. So, did you play any sports growing up,
Yeah.
or how was that for you coming up?
I played basketball,
Nice.
football, track.
Which were you better at?
What was I better at? What would my coach say or what would I say?
See, that shows you. First of all, he was ass in basketball. Let's just start. Because don't know nigga that's tall. Say, wait, which one was the?
Nah, we got the ship. We got the ship.
Oh, okay, all right. So, okay, which would you
no,
say
yeah.
that you were better at?
I was better. I say I was better at running, honestly. You feel me? I was better at track.
I'm listening.
Hey, I swear to God, that low-key just scared me. I forgot all about that quick. I was just in my head like, what the fuck?
Yo. He was just eye contact with me too.
Right. Hey, yeah, exactly. I'm listening. Mhm.
But
so
no,
you were better. You were.
I feel
better
like
track athlete?
because that's where my assistant coach wanted me to like focus my time on. Like he wanted me to quit basketball.
Oh, really?
But
What position? What events did you do?
events 100, 200, 400 and then the relays. 200 relay or 400 relay and 800 relay.
He was out there.
Yeah.
Get
yeah.
to it. Okay. All right. that makes
Didn't wasn't the twins one day like basketball coaches up there?
Yeah, Lionel and Lionel.
I remember them from
What the
being a
fuck is
kid when they coached at Darby Park when I played basketball up
Yeah.
there.
Twins.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
them.
the twins.
No, they're like some city shit.
Some
Yeah.
LA shit.
No, they-
Excuse me.
I know. I just
Yeah,
remember them
coach.
though.
Excuse me. It's
Nah,
not
yeah,
my
they-
conversation. It's an A and B conversation. I need to see my way the fuck out.
And then one last
Anywho.
question: Didn't I could be tripping? Did Bryce go there for a little bit? That's R.I.P. Did he go?
Nah.
He didn't. He just went to View Park, huh?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I went to middle school with Bryce.
Oh,
I went to
okay.
Warren Lane with Bryce.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Rest in
Yeah,
peace to bro.
man,
Rest in peace to bro.
Shout out to
Bryce,
Bryce.
man.
Rest in peace.
He was. That nigga was in the league and
Nice.
was starting to do his shit, and that's
Bro was
unfortunate.
nice.
He
He was
passed away.
in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got there.
He was playing for
first year?
the Pelicans.
Yeah.
That nigga started doing his shit like towards the end of the season. He was starting to do his shit.
At the Bunnies.
What
yeah.
happened?
Got
Not to
killed.
get to-
Yeah.
Nah, he got
Yeah.
killed. Yeah, unfortunately.
R.I.P. God bless. Okay, so with you, you said that you had siblings, so you're the baby of the family. You know what I'm saying? So how was your upbringing, being the baby and growing up, how you grew up with the environment that you grew up in? Were you protected? Were you influenced by what you saw outside? Was it older siblings influence? What was that like for you?
I'd say, well, first and foremost, I got great relationships with my siblings. So like that was never a issue. Like even though we were all like different, like ages and distance. Excuse me. But yeah, the environment. I mean, you driving through, the hood, down Manchester, past Normandy, past Vermont, Crenshaw, going into a gated school, you feel me, with security guards. And then we playing basketball in, Morningside, Inglewood, other schools with gates, so it's like we're consistently going into these environments with like protective spaces. But then they have their own, dangers. Like, we went to Morningside, playoff basketball, and win a playoff game, and then come back to lockers getting, robbed. You feel me? Like coaches saying like, "Oh man, like everybody's backpack got taken."
I know they probably a school like Morningside looking at a school like Price like, oh, them some rich kids.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, we finna rob they shit just because it's a private school.
It's really not like
What's
that.
the biggest misconception about people who go to private schools?
That it's one
They
of
got
those right
money.
there.
Yeah,
Like
you
it's
got
hella
money.
money. Like our rival was Sarah,
I
and
was about to say, was your rival Sarah? I was
Feel me?
literally thinking
and
that.
they paying Sarah. They paying. I want to. It's probably exaggerated, but I want to throw out a number. They probably paying like $800 a month to go to the school, or like $1,600. Say we paying like $800 to $400. You feel me? Like we on a budget, but then we still living that quote unquote life. But then we only got a school of like what?
Did y'all school have
90
like
people?
uniforms or some shit?
Yeah, we had uniforms. We had uniforms. It was like 90 people in the school.
Really?
I was graduating in a class of like 25. You feel me? Like,
I had classes with niggas.
yeah, yeah, like we.
Your mic.
Okay, yeah.
It was real small, like real intimate settings of like.
Was it a lot of white folks?
Nah, hell no.
Nah,
It was niggas.
Not
yeah,
at Price.
yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Price
I
is
didn't
in
see
the
an
hood.
Armenian till,
Right.
like,
No, I get
hood.
that, but it's
Yeah.
like and that's a very interesting thing too, because I wouldn't think of private schools to be predominantly minorities.
And see, this is what
That's the misconception.
That's a
Fred-
very big
right,
misconception.
and that's what the pastor Fred Price, rest in peace. That's what he was pushing pretty much. Like he had his first church.
Is that still
on
open?
Crenshaw.
Is it still open?
Yeah, it's still open.
Okay.
Bro,
Still open.
it's a big ass property.
Yeah.
The church
And
is huge.
The homie Allen we were talking about,
Mhm.
like he pretty much did his due diligence to continue the school to be running, and they named the court after him. So
That's
like
what's
it's Billy Blanks' donated court, and it's Allen's or
Okay.
Billy Blanks' donated gym. Allen's
Billy
court.
Blanks,
Billy Blanks, Tybo.
Karate Man.
Feel me?
Make sure I'm getting this right.
I don't even know who that is. I ain't
Billy
gonna lie.
Blanks, you know who Billy Blanks is? Tybo, nigga. The big dark skinned nigga that doing the
punch.
Oh,
nigga.
from like back in the day.
Back in the day, the
Ah,
infomercials and
yes,
shit.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
you
yes.
So
remember that?
he
I
believed.
just didn't remember. Bro.
He from
Yes,
LA?
yes,
He
yes,
believed
yes,
in our
yes.
pastor.
He's from LA?
No, he believed in our pastor. And he donated.
Yeah, I know that.
He
That's
donated.
crazy. I'm
So
over
we
here
got like a
Billy
big
Blanks.
old, college style gym at a high school with a scoreboard, jumbotron situation. Not a screen, but the ones where it's like it's like the
the
points, and
numbers, the points and
you
shit,
feel me?
rebounds, all that shit.
gold
Yeah, I went to high school
windows,
like that.
gold windows on the gym.
Oh,
Like I
shit.
said,
Like,
Price
it's
is
player.
a huge.
Okay.
I've been inside of there a couple times back in the day, but I don't really got no memorable memory. But I've been inside of that school before, for sure. And like, I think
Word.
I might have been to the church once.
Okay. Do you think that going to that school helped you stay out of the streets, knowing that you had a hand or a foot in both by just being in those environments?
I say it would. I say it did because we had, people off the street coming to the school by however reason, their grandma sending them, their mom sending them, they big brother goes to the school already. They play
Mhm.
basketball. Like Aaron Afala went to the school for a week. You feel me?
Really?
Yeah, for real. I didn't know that.
A
I
week.
didn't know that shit neither.
We was like, oh, we about to hoop. I mean, it was already a hoop school, but it was like, we about to hoop. And then I guess a week passed, and they were like, nah.
Time to go.
Time to
to
go.
go.
And he
Yeah,
went
other
to,
shit
I
to
guess,
do.
Westchester or something. Like
Nah,
that.
he went to Centennial.
Centennial.
Yeah.
Centennial.
Okay.
But just in general, like it was an environment for kids possibly around the neighborhood,
Mhm.
and somewhat closer but further, to be able to get like those Beverly Hill education environments,
Right.
you feel me, but in their own space,
Right.
Did
yeah.
you do any like performing arts things other than sports while you were in school?
So,
Theater.
we thought
and
that shit was
improv.
kind of weird, growing up.
Really?
It was like you either do sports, you try to freestyle at lunch. That was
Niggas ain't got
recreational.
bars,
you feel me?
right.
Or you getting fly.
You know, getting fly.
Or
yeah,
you
like my brother
gangbang.
was just trying to. Yeah,
Or you
yeah. I
gangbang.
got for
Or
sure.
you are a reputable gang member by the age of
That
fucking
too.
13.
Yeah.
God bless to all the gang members. Yeah.
Nah, that's
So
facts.
that was it. It's very interesting for you to say that because it's like a lot of people do choose sports and all these other things too, but you don't really catch the people who get the attention and the notoriety that
Mhm.
you've gotten in your career, but without actually having that sort of bug bite them early.
Yeah.
Because, like, prime example, myself, I do stand up comedy and I'm also an
Right.
actor as well. But I started doing plays and shit when I was in kindergarten. I
Mm.
played Santa in the musical or whatever. Nobody else wanted to play Santa. I was the only one that chose to put on or volunteered to put on the suit. And then I was in like acting classes and gifted acting classes and stuff like that as a kid. But what stopped me was sports. Like I
Mm.
would have been acting and doing a bunch of shit early in life, but I was actually got good at ball and I started going with that. I
Okay.
also ran track.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So it didn't actually catch up to me again with the arts of entertainment until like middle college. You feel what I'm saying? So with yourself, what was something in college that I mean not even college, but in high school that you did that wasn't athletic that could probably correlate with what you're doing now?
So
Good question.
I
Thank you.
would. It's crazy. I actually went by the school last week and I gave one of these jackets. So I make these jackets,
Nice.
and I gave one to my English teacher. Her name is Miss Beatty, and she taught me. She taught all the homies. She taught my brother. My
Your brother
mom.
went there?
Yeah, my brother went there.
Damn,
Yeah,
I
my
didn't know
brother
that.
went there for a couple years. We went there together, and then he had to leave the school. Bro got kicked out.
Mhm. You know how
Or
that
my mom
goes.
pulled him out. My mom pulled him out.
Okay, shout
And
out
then
to
he went to
moms.
Westchester.
Oh,
You feel me?
okay. I'm sure that was better.
Right. We were. I mean,
Not at all.
You know, it's one of them.
Not at all. Look at Taj's
One of them
face.
things. You feel me?
Westchester is one of them schools that's kind of polar opposite of Price,
Right.
where it's like it's in a good area, but
But
all
it
the hood
ain't-
kids go there.
Feel me?
Mhm.
You would think a gang of white people go there, and they do, but it's a lot of
It's a
bullshit.
lot
I went
of
there
niggas.
for a little bit. That's
Yeah,
one of the
right.
schools I went
nigga,
to.
yes, you and then you ended up at Crenshaw. Like, yeah, your story's crazy.
Tight.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's not about
T-Reg.
me. It's not about
Hey,
me.
his
T-Reg,
right.
yeah.
You feel me?
Listen, we gonna have a
Crazy
section
story.
all about T-Reg. Anyway,
biopic.
with that pick, that shit was crazy.
Nah,
But yeah. So you were saying,
yeah.
you
yeah.
you
Teacher.
stopped the jacket, yeah.
So Miss Beatty. Miss Beatty was our English, or is our English teacher. She still actually teaches there. Hey, Miss Beatty. And she just pushed us. You know, like
She's
belt-
one of them
belt
teachers
to
had that
ass.
effect on you.
Really?
belt to ass. She's Jamaican. I just realized that she's Jamaican. I
Of
didn't realize
course.
that. I didn't
Of
know that for
course.
a long time.
Bumba clot.
Jamaica. Okay.
Yeah.
First of
My fault,
all,
my
Jamaicans
fault.
get on his ass, get in
Hey,
his
my
inbox. And,
fault.
you know what I'm saying? Because I didn't say that shit. That was a
She
terrible
had-
Jamaican accent.
I'm a
He
foundation
sound
of Black
Ali,
American.
He sound like Ali G, huh?
He sounded like
Bumba
Ali G.
clot, man, onion,
he
man.
sounded like a nigga that just ate some jerk chicken.
For the first
Hello.
time. huh?
Yeah, for the first time, right?
Hello.
For the first time ever. But okay, so this is a
Yeah.
teacher that pushed you guys to be what? Creative, to think outside the box, to
she
to just go
honestly-
for shit.
She would, and please excuse my language for all this, Miss Beatty. Remember, this is Christian school.
Mhm.
So, number one,
Y'all was on some fuck shit, is what he was trying to say. No, I just playing.
Hey,
just kidding.
hey, number one, she used to stall me out because I used to be one of the talkative kids. You know? I
Mm.
used to horse around. I used to get bailed out because my mom would grade papers. You know, she'll give me that
Okay.
light voice. Now,
So did you
Micah,
grow up with both of your parents?
I grew up with I grew up single family house,
Okay.
but my pops, you know, he's in the same city.
Okay.
You feel me? It
So he
just-
was in the picture?
yeah, he was in the
Okay,
picture. Yeah,
dope.
yeah. We played the back and forth. And then,
Okay.
you know, he paid my tuition. And,
Nice.
You feel me? So it was more of like,
Father shit. He
Right,
did
right, right.
man
Him
shit.
working
Okay,
and-
good.
you
Right.
feel me? Like-
Exactly. Some shit don't work out, but he still was a good dad. Okay.
Exactly.
God bless.
And so with my English teacher, she just used to just push us beyond what we were actually prepared to do.
Mm.
And she was preparing us to, you know, step into the real world. You feel me?
Mm.
Like she would have all the, you know, like alumni come back and, you know, talk to us and stuff like that. And I used to always wonder, like, dang, okay, he went to the NFL. Okay, he went to China. Blase, blase. They always come back and they talk to us. Like, it don't necessarily have to be somebody we connect with, but they all come back to her class. You know,
It
and
was
talk.
something about that
That's
teacher.
sticking out. Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that's
something-
sticking out because it's like we giving her a hard time.
Yeah.
You feel me? We doing all kind of fuck shit in her class. She turned her around. She spotting us out. Boom. It was you. That was you. That, you know, and it became a fun game, but we
Mm.
would definitely learn. So, like, what I really can say that I learned from her was setting agendas, staying on task, and learning how to use words.
Nice.
Fire, and that prepared you for. That's dope. That's dope,
Okay,
bro. That's dope.
understandable. Okay, so you graduated then from, was it
Yeah.
Pierce?
Price.
Price, excuse me.
Price.
You graduated from Price. Did you go to college?
Yeah. Went to Cal State Northridge.
State
and
Northridge.
That's where our story pretty much.
Okay.
connects
And
in.
that's an interesting thing too, because y'all ended up meeting each other at college,
Mhm.
but come to find out, you have siblings who interacted
Right.
and have a connection
in high school.
In high school. How did that
Nah,
how did
really.
y'all figure that out?
How old is your brother?
My brother is 30, about to be 38.
Yeah, so my brother's definitely older than you. They wasn't in high school at the same time, but
I see what you're saying.
What does that story even contribute to?
from what I mean,
we
I've
like
never talked to my
cars?
brother about it, but yeah, definitely the car and just being in the streets for real.
Yeah.
But your brother really was closer to my cousin Av, Sean. His name, not
Yeah,
that
okay.
Sean,
Oh, yeah,
another
okay,
Sean.
got you.
And Sean and my brother is that's just a 1-2 combo. So I'm pretty sure that's probably how my brother met your brother. So my brother's definitely older, but I'm just saying, they met on some street
Right,
shit.
some
Basically.
street
Yeah,
shit.
but once I don't know if it was like him seeing you with your brother. Or...
Yeah, he pulls up casually on my brother's block.
Okay.
And, I'll be over there. So
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah.
interesting then, because y'all are both younger brothers, and I'm an older brother, right? And with that, I always find it interesting to have the perspective of a younger brother, where especially if the older brother takes a specific path that is different from yours, and even yours, T.Reg. Like, what then did you learn from their trials and tribulations and their decisions that have made you want to be the type of individual that you are? And it goes for both of y'all. And it is not, we don't necessarily have to get specific about their life and whatever, but we can just say street shit. You know what I'm saying? What about that really
for
gave
me,
you a different
quickly,
perspective?
our circumstances different because I know you grew up with your brother in the house with you, right?
Yeah.
I've never lived with my brother my whole life. Like my brother's 12 years older than me. I would see him every now and again, like when I was younger, and then niggas started going to jail and shit. And I really, one of the main things though, I remember when he got shot, my brother got lit up in like 98 or 99. But like I vividly remember that, and I just remember like that nigga was man down for like a year, like couldn't do shit. But I just remember that. And then the nigga he healed and started going to jail, and other family members started going to jail, and that just always stuck out to me. Like I get it, but I'm cool. I ain't
Right.
really
How
fucking
about
with
you?
that.
Damn. And I don't even know if I ever knew those details, because similar story. Like my brother was ripping around in the streets, stealing cars, and he wasn't ever from a gang, but gang affiliated.
Gay affiliated is, yeah.
pretty
it
much
is damn
same
the
thing.
same
you feel
thing,
me?
right? Yeah.
But I knew that I could rip and run the streets, and if I'm mentioning his name, then I'm cool with everybody else. You feel me? But it came a time to where my first year at CSUN, my brother got lit up, and he was down for I think a year or two, and so that was another thing for myself where I was like, okay, I knew I was always doing my own thing, and he would always support me, and just, oh, that's my little brother, like he just gonna do his own thing, like this ain't, you don't need to do that. But it pretty much lit a fire under my ass, but it also like woke me up to where it was like, damn, like I have this privilege of being in this, this space over here, while like Gotham City, like terror's going on right now. So it's like I really gotta like maximize this time, and linking up with niggas from the city who are in that space of Cal State Northridge. It's like we all seen it as like an island away from home. You feel me? And we all had this like mission to accomplish before we went back.
Right. So my question then to both of you then would be, what was the biggest influence personally in y'all lives that made you say, I didn't want to be a part of this city attraction? Because that's the culture out here. The culture is gang banging. You know what I'm saying? And if you have it as close to you with your family members, it's kind of, innately in your household. But then you choose your own paths. You take your own direction based off of what you're interested in. So what would you think? What would you say would have been the thing that made you not want to be interested in it as much as somebody else who would be?
For me, Instantly, my number one influence was my pops.
Yeah.
Easily.
You always say that, yeah.
I always tell you I'm the relationship I got with my pops. You know,
Shout out pops.
You know my
shout out to
pops.
yeah,
Both of
for
y'all
sure.
do, but
Yeah, definitely my pops cool as shit.
my pops, I mean, just kind of similar as far as like his upbringing, and I just remember the conversations he would have with me as I was growing up. My pops grew up in the madness. You know,
he grew up in a crazy time.
Yeah, he grew up in the madness for sure, but he got in some trouble when he was like super young, like being a bad kid, like 12, 13, and he got knocked out by a grown ass man with a brick. He still got the dent in his head right here. If you ever see my dad, he got a dent, like right here.
I do notice that. Yeah,
so he had got in some trouble then, and he just said he made a promise to himself and to his mom. He seen how much it hurt his mom, my grandma, and he went on a straight path and just like stayed focused and really was not influenced by that shit at all. Like I'm way more not like that, but indebted in street shit than my dad was. Like I'm
enthused by it.
Like I know I am, and I'll be even like type of people I hang around till today. But regardless, just him staying on that straight line and being focused like that, and having like 7 brothers that from some gangbang and did the whole thing, and my dad didn't do it. I was just always in the back of my head, like, no, I gotta be like him in that light when it comes to that. So that's my biggest.
How about
influence.
you, Micah?
I mean, you know, birds of a feather, man.
Was your father involved in anything?
Yeah,
He was too?
No, not street, but he was involved in entertainment.
Oh,
you feel me? So like early on, we didn't click with that, but once I got to college and started, you know, getting in the world of poetry and writing and improv, I started meeting some of his homies' kids, and I started meeting even some of his homies because they still in the music scene and stuff. You feel me? And that's along with like what kept me and Reg connected, but like me getting to know.
Shout out to our videographer for being the fucking clumsy McClumpton on the side, spilling liquor, right?
Fucking up this serious moment and shit.
Fucking up this serious moment, man.
Oh, man.
That's cool. That's another clip.
Oh, man. Hey, we gotta... I almost had a tear coming out.
Bruh, it was a moment. It's all right, bro.
It's good. Probably rinse that one off for me. Rinse it off for me.
Cup.
Good looking.
Yeah, one job.
No.
That's cool.
But yeah.
So linking up in college,
Pops being in the music scene. Hold on, what was the question again?
Well, pretty much the question was just kind of just keeping you, you know what I'm saying, what intrigued you to be away from what was intriguing from the streets.
Got you. Okay. So boom. I would say
scoot to your left a little bit.
Yep.
Just a little. No, your left to get in the mic. Yep.
Yeah, to the
boom,
mic. Yeah,
right there.
Perfect.
Yeah. Testing. 1, 2.
No, we good.
Oh, yeah,
we good.
Let's see it. Okay, so
you were saying linking up with your pops.
This is
his friends.
This is artist ADHD.
Yeah. You going to a blank stare, right?
You feel me? Blank stare.
Yeah. Go for it. I'm listening.
Hey, so here we go. We're jumping back into it. Yeah. Damn, I lost it again.
Now you said you was just your pops and his friends being in entertainment and linking up with your pops' friends' sons.
So it became more attainable, more doable. And then so once I started connecting with homies like my boy Matthew Castellanos, call him Mexican Matt. Shout out Matt. I got connected with him and we started doing this thing around the school called the Green Box.
The Green Box.
Today.
So did you graduate from CSUN?
I did.
Right. Let's make some noise for that.
Shout out to CSUN.
Because I didn't.
Yeah. Because T.Reg, quitting ass didn't.
I was out of there.
This nigga.
Hey.
Shout out to T.Reg for being a quitter. But he's not a quitter in life. He's just a quitter in school.
No, it's all good. We're gonna find a way to do something at CSUN and get some money out of him.
That part.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna give T-Reg shit. You didn't even get 16 credits in this bitch. You get your ass sold. Micah, come on back, brother. We love you. Who the fuck is dude?
Hey, they gave me a D and I forgot what class it was.
They gave you a D.
Pause that. There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Get with the game, man.
Press the other button.
Get with the game. Hey, you know it's over for you now, though. He fucked up. I just want you to know he fucked up.
Hey, I can't say
the
shit.
Story I was finna say don't even matter no
everything.
more. It don't even matter no more. You fucked up. Let's continue. Let's continue.
Oh, man.
This nigga says it's war now. Damn, I can't say shit. This nigga gonna pause everything. Anyway,
burnt out boys.
Yeah, exactly.
But I will say, just to prolong, to continue the conversation, when I got to Northridge, honestly, for me personally, just really wasn't feeling that shit like that. Honestly, I really wasn't.
But in general, do you think Northridge is more of an artsy school or like some
it's just like a regular college?
Regular college, okay.
Regular college, but
if anything, it was a school that was solid for like, say, psychology and sign language.
What did you go to school to major in originally?
I was gonna ask that.
Yeah. Oh, psychology.
You went to school in psychology?
Oh, okay.
That was your first thing?
I mean, that wasn't my first. Like, I actually went into school thinking I was gonna do like some form of kinesiology.
Wow.
And
that's what my sister did. Shout out to her. Okay, shout out to you, brother.
I wanted to be in the think space,
right?
But like more so on like the therapy.
Nigga,
body therapy.
I took like Psych 101 and all that shit too, boy. I realized, nah, I'm good. You motherfuckers is crazy on your own. And then it's like I had to take what was that class? Statistics?
Oh yeah,
bro.
I almost felt that. I had a
what you mean almost
Russian
failed,
teacher,
nigga?
Dog.
I quit.
Hey,
as much as T.Reg is a quitter, I'm a quitter too.
Hey, hold on. Hey, shout out Clifton Castro. Shout out my nigga Jason.
My nigga, did Jason graduate?
I believe he did.
I don't remember.
Hey,
I stayed with Jason my first semester.
Hey,
shout out to
bro. Jason and me had statistics. We had photography together and we had stats together. And
you finished them?
Nigga. Yeah.
You used to cheat?
Bro, I was
cheat on the nigga?
Cheat with.
Yeah, cheat on was crazy.
Cheat on was crazy.
Cheat on was crazy.
I
like this, Tunde. Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Ramadan is over, so now let's just know demon time is here. You feel me? Anyway, okay. So forget you cheating on him. Yeah. Anyway, so what's the next question? Next question, right?
Shout out to homie Jason. That's it.
Oh, shout out to bro. No, yes. I'm glad that you did something else because psych was fucking difficult. That's for sure. But okay, so in general, college happens, life happens. You go to CSUN, and you at first initially want to do kinesiology. You want to do psychology. You want to do things with the brain. How then do you get into?
My bad. Go ahead.
Relax.
Yeah, I heard that.
Fucking relax.
Go ahead.
Relax. Hey, I'm doing my job.
Make advances Sir.
Relax.
Hey, yo.
All right, my bad.
This is a whole different type of episode. We ain't even gonna get to finish this shit. Anyway,
we're gonna get to all of it in like the last 20 minutes.
Literally, we just go ask. All right, what you do here? What you do here? What you do here? What you here? Okay, bet. Cool. Next. All right, nigga. Anyway, so at some point in time, acting, improv, or the arts of theater had to come into your life. How did that transpire for you? And was your peoples in support of it? Because like we say, too.
I know a part of the start.
You know a part of the start?
I was there.
Oh, you were there? Okay, well.
That he was.
Music.
Oh, so music was first.
Yeah.
Do you rap, sing?
Yeah.
Both. That nigga do both.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was rapping.
Rap, man.
Hey, so...
My nigga's multi-talented in this bitch.
No. But what people don't understand is this nigga, he will get annoyed so much for how much I hit him up and be like, hey, bro, when I'm gonna get a verse again? Like when you gonna jump on this track?
Because I really had like a good 6-month phase where I was trying to rap.
I
was trying to rap.
Hey,
what?
Yo, me and bro used to. Hey, me and bro.
They should have never gave me no motherfucking buttons. I'm telling you.
Hey.
Anyway, continue.
We used to link up.
No, we used to piece up on studio time.
Link
For
sure. Up at least once a week.
Niggas never studied.
At least once a week. You feel me?
Motherfuckers ain't never link up to do homework, but they definitely.
Hey, that's
definitely link up to do something.
That's fact.
Hey man, shout out to niggas.
You do homework on campus.
Shout out to niggas.
You do homework on campus right before you go play basketball.
Right.
Exactly. I used to be in the rec all the time, so I get it. Makes sense.
No, yeah, bro. Niggas was definitely on their music thing, man, for sure.
Nigga T.Reg went to college just to do music and quit.
No. This is like after.
This is after or before?
After.
Oh, okay. Well,
after.
that makes sense.
Yeah, no, this after. This is like
so
4 or 5 years after.
Oh, okay.
We at school. We at CSUN. We get to a point to where we just getting involved with all the shit. If you go to college, get involved with your student union. Number one, get a job with it. Or just meet the people who work there, but get linked up, get linked in.
Yeah, that's what you was good at.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I encourage college like a motherfucker to people, especially to people who don't necessarily have a plan or an idea of self.
Yeah.
I really encourage college because I think it gives you a deck of cards.
Right.
And it's like, all right, deal your hand. Or this is the hand deal to you in like gen eds in regular class. All right, cool. You don't know what the fuck you want to do? Bet. Switch that shit. Here go a new hand. You know what I'm saying? Now you got a
Literally.
joker. To play big with it. Or now you got an ace. Now you can do something. Now, you know what I'm saying? Because I remember, like I said, also, I wanted to go to school for psychology or accounting, anything like business management, shit like that. Started getting to like these accounting classes, psych classes, all this shit, statistics and shit. I was like, yeah, get the fuck out of here. You know what I'm saying? Then I found myself in the mass comm building. And once I found myself there, I found myself in communications and like radio and television and things of that sort. So with you being in school and already being in tune with music and having your father influence and then just being musically inclined and just within the arts in general innately, what was the turning point for you where you started to get into the craft of theater and acting?
Okay, so now we getting back to name dropping. You know, you gotta give everybody their flowers, especially if they black.
Of course, of course.
So I'm at the grocery store. I'm working at Trader Joe's. And
when was this? This is while still in college.
This is while still in college. While still in college, I'm working at Trader Joe's on 3rd and La Brea, aka Store 31. Holler at me.
Right.
So
this nigga was stealing, but continue.
I mean, I was eating on the job, so I wasn't stealing because I wasn't taking it out the store. Gotcha. So
continue your story, nigga.
I'm working at Trader Joe's while I'm going to see son, and then I'm also at the same time working in the computer lab, the student union.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm double duty. I meet a guy, an artist, an actor by the name of Will Catlett, and he's done a lot of things. First thing that comes off is always like verses and flow from one of his poetry spots, but he was in a lot of things with like the Issa Rae camp.
Oh.
And he would come in and he was doing
I know who this is. I'm looking right now.
He real connected in the church community.
Okay. Right, bro just started going crazy like in the past like 5-6 years.
So right before he was going crazy, he was working on a short film called like I think it was Giants. And he was telling me about it. He would always come through Trader Joe's, say on Saturdays. And I was only working on Saturday, Sunday, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you know, some weekend shit. So I would just pick his brain every time he came in. And, you know, I would make it a mission at the register to just meet people. So I was meeting people from Complex, from Warner Bros., just from everywhere, you know, actors, artists.
That's
I met,
crazy.
you know, Michael Jace, you know, that nigga was on trial for some stuff that we ain't gonna talk about.
J.
Yeah, we ain't gonna talk about
Michael Jace. Michael Jace. Oh well.
Yeah.
God bless, bro.
You know,
anyway.
but they were just giving me game. You know, I just talked to people. I met Common in there.
I ain't gonna lie, you gonna meet
Gave
some
him some
people at the
jokes,
grocery
you
store.
feel me?
I worked at who?
I just looked up the Michael J.
Michael
shit.
Jace. That's some shit, huh?
My bad. No, don't worry about it.
That's some
Don't worry
shit.
about it.
Okay.
Hey,
I'm gonna look it up
this
myself.
episode is loaded.
Right. No, I met I used to work at Bristol Farms in Calabasas.
Okay.
I met Big Boy there. I met Nelly there.
Nice.
I met not Wanye, but one of the niggas from Boyz II Men. I forgot his name. The second main singer. Well, yeah, all of the niggas. It don't matter.
Michael Biven? That's
New Edition. New Edition. Bell Biv DeVoe. But anyway, yeah, you're right. You'll never know who you're meeting there.
No, just meeting a bunch of people, and I would use Trader Joe's as like my practice of just like gander.
Okay. Shout out to C-Sun Education.
You know, the communication, you know, the communication arts, and just meeting people. I'll just be like, all right, if I'm at this register, I got to meet 2 people a week. You feel me?
Oh, wow.
And so in one, say, month, Will Catlett was one, and this old Jewish dude. Will Catlett was the reason I am with my agent today.
Daniel Hoff.
Yeah. I asked him, I was like, you know, where would I'm
going to get into that, too. I was
feel me?
signing Daniel Hoff for a minute, too.
Oh.
We're going to talk about that in a minute.
Say less.
Continue.
Say less.
I got some words for them, but I'm listening. You said what?
Hey.
Continue, brother.
So yeah, I would ask him. I was just like, man, you know, how your project going? How do you get funding? What is a short film? I didn't know what a short film was at that time. You feel me? And so he would just give me game, and then I would just be like, all right, you know, cool. All right, that'd be $7.95.
Yeah, paper, plastic,
you feel me?
bag. You know what I'm saying? Do you wanna?
I'll be $7.95.
So this was
$7.95.
This was a quick conversation.
they were quick conversations.
Because if you like ringing up his shit,
type shit, yeah.
Right.
So but in those conversations we get to know each other.
That's dope.
And
That's
they
dope.
consistently coming back,
Consistently
and
coming
they always
back.
going to your line.
I was just
going
about to
my
say that.
line.
Yeah.
They gonna come to the only line because you cool. Like
You
they
cool.
fucking with you.
Okay, bet.
And
And this
you
nigga
know,
was giving
some-
discounts. Shout out to Trey
You
Jones.
feel me?
He
You
was
feel me?
literally
Family
giving shit
discount.
away for free.
The family discount.
Let's be clear. How he got on was giving niggas free shit, and then ended up getting, you know what I'm saying,
Hey
signed.
man, hey, like what Kendrick say, I gave him 2 extra biscuits. You feel me? Hey, so when
For
that
sure.
happened, I was just asking him. I was like, yo, if I were to get started in this thing, how would I do it? Who would I go to? And like, you know, what things should I avoid?
Mm.
And so he started answering those questions. Like I wasn't asking him, oh, you know, how do I get on a commercial? You feel me? I'm like, if I'm gonna do it, like, how do I start this business? And how do I like continue? You know, how do I not get fucked?
Right.
And so he was like, oh, you know, I would start by looking out for the people who are going to look out for you. And he was like, I would look up this list of people and I would actually reach out to these people here because they look out for people like us. And you seem cool.
Okay.
And
That's dope.
I took some time before I did. You know, you got to go your own way, you know, take your own bruises and stuff. So I tried with some other folks first and they gave me like a trial situation. That didn't work out. But I learned that, you know, I wasn't ready.
I dropped you off at an audition before.
You did.
Hey,
And I got
man,
it.
that's
Real
a
homie.
Hey,
that's
my
nice to know
first,
that's
hey,
real
real,
homie.
man.
Peep, my
That's real nigga
first
shit.
audition.
That's real nigga
First
shit.
one, I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Well, my first booked one.
Oh,
My
damn.
first booked.
One more
Hey,
time.
all right, one more time then.
Let me get like $200 from that.
Hey, yeah, he
I
said
got you.
I'm
Hey,
owed a little
give me a
bit.
week,
Hey,
give me
you
a
owe
week.
me a little bit. Yo, my
Hey,
boy.
and that was some Harry Potter tip.
residual
That was
tip.
some Harry Potter.
Really?
Yeah. You
Oh.
heard the word I took out of that though. You feel me? I'm gonna go back. So
See?
hey,
See?
so
You
yeah,
know
nah.
what? I don't like these niggas. But we gonna continue the story.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Actually, and that's dope right there, because I want to get into exactly how things really transpire, because this is a divine intervention situation, because with y'all meeting, with y'all knowing each other, y'all brothers knowing each other, and then now him being the one to take you to your first audition that you booked.
I didn't even
Man,
think of that, bro.
That's
crazy.
That's
I didn't know
beautiful.
that.
That's
You,
beautiful.
yeah, he so what happened? You know how Santa Monica, they got wild ass parking.
Mhm.
So I'm with this nigga. We supposed to go to a session. That's crazy.
Oh, God,
We supposed to
was,
go
and
to a
the shit
session.
got
with this
canceled.
nigga, what's the nigga name?
Weirdo. Terrence.
He used to always be like, "Look at my socks, nigga. Look at my socks."
Weird.
He was
dude.
Shout
like
out
45.
to Terrence's. They always interesting people.
Bruh, we used to be sitting on the floor waiting to
is-
record,
Right.
and it'd be somebody on the drums,
Loud as fuck.
loud as
in the
fuck.
mic.
Okay, so this sounds.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? Since y'all got all these crazy ass stories,
Bruh.
we're gonna take this smoke break right here, because I want to hear
We
a
might as
wild
well,
story
we
that
might as
y'all
well.
got. Yeah, we're gonna take this smoke break and we're gonna be right back.
Yes, sir.
Rolling. Everybody rolling. Cool. Had to clean up 10 for these mess. Shout out to him for being a fucking child. Anyway, anyway, so Michael, we're here for the smoke break, and I want to know about your first record that you recorded with T.Reg. Was it good or was it ass? And you tell me your perspective, and then I want his perspective.
Shit, I don't even remember.
Hey,
don't remember.
it's crazy because like the way we work, and I won't even say used to work, because I feel like how we worked was the building blocks of how we work today. So like I'll for sure pull up.
All right, we back. Let's hope it don't do that again. But yes, like bro was saying,
Okay, yeah, back to the initial question that I originally asked before our engineer fucked up. Just playing.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Yeah.
No, okay. The first song that you all remember recording, was it good? Was it bad? And how did it get recorded? Y'all niggas was talking about sitting on the floor recording shit. That sounds like some real Project Baby shit. How did that happen? It sounds some hustle and flow ass shit.
Hey, no,
y'all was doing.
I'm having a few memories just come flashback right now.
Mhm.
So I don't even remember the first song we recorded, but I remember a bulk of songs. Like I was saying, me and
shout out to homie Cam.
shout out to homie Cam, shout
was
out
with
Big
us-
Cam,
he was
shout
with
out
us
Big
too.
Cam. Because
Cam is a writer.
Cam is a writer. Cam is a comedian.
Yep.
Cam is just an all around great dude. Cam is a father now.
Yep.
Uh,
Wrote on Loiter Squad.
Loiter Squad. He wrote
know
on
that show?
Nike
Tyler-
commercials.
Tyler, the creator, showed it on Adult Swim.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah.
he wrote some blurbs and some what do they call it, like like add
jingles type shit.
I would say they're jingles, but they're not with the music. But they're more so considered like descriptors or like captions or
voiceovers.
You know, I mean, they would be. I guess it would just be like it'd be like journalism.
Oh, okay.
But he's done that for like say like Ja Morant's campaign of shoes. You feel me? Like they're his words. Like they're not jokes. They're almost like poetry to shoes.
I remember it was some shit from Bad Times and Hard Times to Good Times. You remember that?
Oh yeah,
that might have been the first one.
That might have been the first one.
Might have been.
Times,
but all in all, shout out to homie Cam, man. It used to be us three piecing up to go to the studio to
piecing
rap.
up for on some $60 an hour.
Okay,
$30 an hour.
This sounds like one of the private church school stories. I want some funny shit. Tell me about a funny time that y'all remember on a recording session with the two of you guys.
Okay.
Back to I know something about
Frost?
Terrence. Who?
Oh,
Frost. Go ahead. Frost.
Shout out Frost. Shout out Frost.
That sounds like a nigga that has funny stories.
Oh man, nah. We for sure used to be
Vernon Avenue. That nigga lived in the heart of that shit.
Oh, he must be one of them niggas.
Yo.
He not, but
off the back, he one of them.
He was cool nigga though. Cool nigga.
Super cool.
Cool nigga.
Super cool until we not.
We used to for sure be record. This is when we first got into the culture of recording.
I forgot about that.
And you know, we used to record, and sometimes in the recording, we used to get that beep. You feel me? That's one thing. We used to get that beep. You know, that smoke detector beep. You know, hold on, man. We got to record.
Frost will be like, "My bad, bro. We got to do it again, bro."
Not knowing it was just battery. We didn't know.
You know, like the
okay, no, I get what you're saying. Okay,
yeah. So that was one thing, and then half the session. This is back before niggas just knew like, "Hey, bro, we coming here to record." After session, he used to be playing us mixtapes. You feel me?
Nigga trying to play his own music while we come in to pay him to record us. He want us to hear his music.
Wait a minute.
He want us to hear his shit.
Wait a minute. Hold the fuck on. You telling me a nigga has the authority of the studio and y'all come to record and he like, hey, yo, but pause that shit. Check this out, what I made today.
Literally, though.
But
that's how bro used to be.
I think that is also like synonymous with the culture of like bedroom studios.
Facts, because we're definitely in an apartment.
You feel me?
That nigga had like a crippin' ass brother that was from Fodes, from that area. He used to be coming in, he'll open the door, he'll just randomly be looking at us, and that nigga just close the door. Me and Micah be like, bro. And Frost be like, that's just my brother, bro. Don't worry about it.
I'm like, nigga, I forgot the verse I was trying to write. Nigga.
So, evidently, y'all would be recording at a nigga's house in his room, and his gangbanging ass brother would just come in and mean mug you niggas and walk out.
Hey, niggas be...
Nigga was younger than us. Nigga younger than us. Yeah, do the gun shit.
Yeah. Shout out to violence.
Hey, man.
Wow,
nah, but we had funny times. It's been funny times. Like I remember recording a time to where we were recording a time to where we were recording.
Yeah, on me. I remember that video.
And you know, we recording verses and stuff, and we trying to knock out 2 songs, 3 songs in like an hour. Niggas just sweating.
Hot as fuck in there, nigga. The studio, that's from the Terrence dude.
Yeah.
Studio is like a box that's like from the end of the couch to this, like. It was his little studio. It was a warehouse type of thing with a lot of studios, but his was like hella small, no AC.
Wow, that's terrible.
And that nigga didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Hey, Greg would be like, "Can you fix my note right here?" Auto-tune, I don't think I have. He bad.
Like how long ago is this that y'all was recording?
Nigga, this is like
2017.
Nah, it's probably earlier than that.
Well, it's 2020.
Nah, bro, it's earlier. I went to school in 2016. I started going to the school in 2016.
Like 14, 13.
It's like 13,
wow.
14.
I still got them files.
That's crazy.
I'm one to keep all the tracks. Like if that's one thing, shout out to Tyler, shout out to T, shout out to OF. That nigga
Tyler the creator.
Oh, so
he'd be
that's
like
your homeboy?
Yeah, I mean,
well,
that's LA. Hey,
hey, nigga, this shit big as hell.
Nah, you right.
You know
you
what I'm
right.
saying?
You
like,
right. You totally right.
Bro.
But
bro.
He's definitely said it was big as hell.
Y'all niggas. Like,
but no, on some funny shit though. Shout out to Tyler the creator. But on some funny shit, the guy Terrence, like me going to school for engineering and knowing what I was learning, I used to be so mad. I used to be thinking back on the dude Terrence, like, man, that nigga didn't know what the fuck he was doing. And like, but selling cap, like when I'm like, hey bro, can you fix it? And he'll like make up some bullshit. But in reality, that nigga didn't know what the fuck he was doing.
Do you have an interesting story about coming up with Tyler?
I didn't like him growing up.
Yeah.
That nigga said that's the punchline right there.
There it is. Why?
I mean,
Why did you not like Tyler the Creator growing up?
imagine Tyler in a 17-year-old body times 10.
I can't. But
imagine this image of this person that you see on the stage today.
At 17.
That nigga has not changed.
I'm sure.
Like that.
You don't.
I take that back.
Become into that.
I take that back. That nigga has chilled out.
Really?
He's chilled out. Like that's.
No, yeah, bro used to be very like.
What?
He would be somebody where like you could be like, yeah, I don't
so
like
knew
this
he
nigga.
liked the boys back in the day.
No. No. We ain't saying that shit. Like
crazy.
And even mind you, even if he did, like,
no, bro, you do shit like let's say if we especially back then, if we all in this setting and you're the new person, like nobody know you, you walk in and you like, oh, what up, bro? I'm Tunde. He'll be like, nigga, put your hand down, nigga. Like, that's the type of shit he would do. Being funny,
he can fight.
But you know, you be
Tyler
like,
can fight.
Right.
He
But
must
we
got
like-
crazy hands.
we
Because
like-
there's no way
Or
he's talking to niggas like that.
Or
without
that's
sober.
that's how he used to do.
Or he'll be like this. He'll be like this.
Like that's how they whole crew used to do.
What you gonna say, nigga?
Like just weird shit.
What you gonna say, nigga?
Get your fucking hand away
Hey,
from me.
like,
What?
but-
Yeah.
This is weird.
Tyler must got hands.
Hey, but mind
because
you-
there's no way you're that much of an asshole and can't fight.
But mind you, it's like the nigga means no
No
No-
harm at all.
no harm, no negativity, and he just ball of life. You feel me? He
Silly
say what
nigga.
he say what he feel. You feel me? But he's passionate. You feel me? So like it was parties. Like mind you, I met or not met, but I would see Reg at parties. But if niggas didn't really know niggas and niggas didn't get introduced to each other,
He ain't saying shit.
we ain't really talking to each
Them
other.
chilling,
You feel
right?
me?
Yeah, no,
You
for
see
sure.
him? Oh, what's up? You know? Oh, we cool with each other? Oh, okay, cool.
Right.
What kind of hat he got? Oh, nice. Shoot, nice. You feel me? But there was one time specifically because I would hang with my nigga Big Cam,
Mhm.
and he would bring me around these people. You feel me? Those were his tight homies.
Yeah. He's a part
So
of our future.
I was
Our future.
I was by connection of Cam. You feel me?
Mhm.
I was associated through Cam.
Mhm.
So, long story short, Tyler would just be at the parties and he'd just be like, "Oh, da 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 da, Jesus, this that." You know, like, "Oh, y'all niggas is gay. You know, booty, loose booty, blah blah blah." Just
shit.
random.
Yeah, that sounds like, bro.
And I just be like, "Oh no, he talking about Jesus. Nah, I can't rock with
Yeah.
that." You feel me? I can't. You know, but I was that like that cutthroat, sharp. You know that
Okay.
whatever it was to where I was just like, oh, I was cutting my ears off to him. You feel me?
Mhm.
But later on, we got to meet in different,
A different setting.
different settings, a
And
couple
nigga
different times.
Really just a cool nigga. And that's
cool
just his
nigga.
little,
You feel me? He
one of his
giving
alter
me
egos.
advice and stuff, and like listening to my stuff. You know, taking time to you feel me, blase, and I'm like, damn. And I will highly say, I'm over here talking like, you got what we been drinking?
Some shit.
You feel me? My tongue numb.
The
and shit.
good shit.
Oh, the Espelon. Hey, okay.
We gonna blurt that out.
Oh, you right.
Shit
My
on
bad.
that.
He didn't catch the drift when I just
Exactly,
said some shit.
nigga. We your own people. What the fuck? Yeah, literally.
My bad. My
It's
bad.
okay. Continue.
So rewind.
no, okay. So
Okay, so, yeah.
All right.
My bad. I was just gonna finish that line.
Mhm.
But long story long.
Or short.
We wasn't even on that. I really was letting you
Nah.
go.
See, that's the problem with you niggas. Y'all trying to make everything some weird shit.
Hey.
But that's a regular statement. It's a regular fucking statement.
Hey, so
Bro, continue what you finna say, man.
Nah, but
the fuck?
But shout out to my dogs. But the reason I was saying bringing T's name up was because him, Matthew, Big Cam, they all gave me Damo Genesis. Shout out Damo.
Went to middle school, bro.
They all gave me advice in the music space back then. Back when I was in, CSUN trying things out in studios. And if it wasn't for them, for their small like words of encouragement, then I wouldn't have continued just being creative in
Being
general.
creative
You
in
feel me?
general.
Like
Because they was, and we all the same age, but they were like doing it.
yeah,
They were
focused.
they were
locked
pretty much
in.
ahead of their
Even
time.
though nigga got the little asshole sense of humor and shit.
Yeah.
Like I said, in reality, he
He was
obviously
ahead
you
of
see
his
it. He
time.
was
Yeah,
focused.
no, bro was really getting to it.
One of the last times sorry about real quick. Last time I seen that nigga when they had the OF store on Fairfax. I went over there. I forgot who I was with, and we go in the back, and I hadn't seen bro in a minute. And he cracking at this point. He like he on, and he see me, and I'm like, all right, like we just said, we know how he is. So I'm just like, whatever. I'm like, what up, bro? And that nigga just look at me like, I don't know you, nigga. And I'm like, here This nigga, he like, no, Taj, I'm just playing, bro. What's up, my nigga? I'm like, man, this nigga, man.
Hey, like nigga,
I'm like, this nigga.
Nigga, I brought 3 niggas with me.
I'm like, this nigga crazy. But he started showing me hella love. Like I said, I already know how the nigga. He started showing me hella love. But I just be like, this nigga.
Hey, shout out to you niggas for knowing prestige assholes. And we're gonna get right back to the regular show. That was this moment of smoke. All right, we're back from our smoke break. Very interesting story. But we picking up where we left off with you being in Trader Joe's, you said, and getting the influence from meeting these different people. And the dope thing about that, I love that story because I kind of relate to the same thing. Not necessarily because I started in comedy and entertainment and stuff like that, but acting is something I've always done and I've always known I could do it. But in the grocery stores and in those settings, right, you get a certain understanding of like either I'm gonna be doing this shit and I like this shit, it's my job, or I need to be doing something else. And one of them things that happened for me was I met Big Boy at
You said Calabasas
in Calabasas, Bristol Farms. Yeah, I chased this nigga down in the parking lot. I've actually been on Big Boy in the morning like 3-4 times. You know what I'm saying? Back in like 2018, 2019, and all because I literally left my post as a cash register at the cash register and literally just ran outside. And it just so happened he was the only one outside, and he just had closed his trunk and he was walking to the other side, about to get in the car. And I was like, "Hey, yo, Big Boy!" This nigga turned around like, "What's up?" Ran up to the nigga like, "Yo, I'm Tunde, blah, 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 blah. I would love to be an assistant or anything like that." He was like, "Well, nigga, I got 20 assistants already, but you know what I'm saying? You can come by the studio, you know what I'm saying, and come check it out, see how it works." From that on,
nigga said, "Thank you."
Wow.
Thank you,
Wow.
nigga. And I swear to God, T.Reg, like that experience alone is one of the reasons why I've been doing the podcast for 8 years. Because when I sat in there and I saw it done on the largest scale, on the highest platform by the biggest nigga in, you know what I'm saying, radio.
LA radio.
LA radio.
No, I'm just
radio.
Saying, no, for
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? Like,
I'm just saying like LA
you know,
radio
in general.
But no, you're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
in general,
You're right.
LA radio, you know, specifically, but he is, you know what I'm saying, that guy in radio,
sure.
period. You know what I'm saying? So to have that level of confidence to know like, okay, not only can I do this shit or I'm doing it on a smaller scale, but I'm seeing it done, you know what I'm saying, the right way. So for you then to have those people give you that specific advice and that specific thing, like my question to you is, how was that something that pushed you forward into something that you didn't even necessarily think that you were going to be doing until you got involved with them?
First and foremost, I want to say shout out to you and shout out to Big Boy.
Brother.
You feel me?
For that. Yeah, we got to make some noise. Yeah, thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Because high key, Big Boy was a part of my every morning. You feel me? The phone taps.
If you
Same
if you
thing,
from,
yeah.
If you from out here,
if you from out here, if you
Bruh.
lived out here, if you it's big, you should know. Like you should know.
You know,
legitimately.
every 10th minute of every hour,
You feel me?
you're hearing a phone tap.
Phone
Hey,
tap.
Dussé.
Yep.
Hey, I'm talking about, you know, the radio playing while we in the shower getting ready for school.
For sure.
Feel me? Get in the car, put it on. You feel me?
For sure. So you said
For
that
me.
somebody, for you. Go
Right.
for it.
My
No,
bad.
no, I was gonna say, like you said that somebody helped you legitimately figure out how to get involved with the agent that you
What's
are
bro
with
name
now.
again?
Will Catlett.
Will
Will
Catlett.
Catlett. Okay.
Will Catlett.
Mhm.
So yeah, Will Catlett has suggested Daniel Hoff Agency.
Mhm.
So I took my route, and then eventually
Were you referred, or because I know that you?
I wasn't referred. This was
Oh.
back when they still had open
Oh,
castings.
they're taking open
You
casting.
feel me?
Okay.
So
and how
I
long have
was
you been signed with them? Sorry.
I've been signed with them 10 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
nice.
10
Hey, man,
years.
let's make some noise for that. That's
10
real
years.
shit.
Wow.
That's real shit. Make some noise. That's longevity.
Because I know both
Shout
of
out
y'all
to
told me how big of a deal that agency is.
Yeah, it was.
Both of
And
y'all
at a
have.
point in time, I was signed with them, but it's not about me. It's about you, King.
Hey,
They let him go.
hey,
that nigga
first of
go.
all, nigga, mind your business. Don't worry about what happened. I'm signed with, shout out to Rain Agency. You know what I'm saying? They hold me down. You feel me? But continue.
you know what? You know what though? You know what though? We won't even. We gonna keep it GP. You know, we gonna keep it real. One thing I will say that I'm thankful and appreciative with the agency is, and with Danny, is that they keep it real in the conversation. Like they talk to me like a football coach. You feel me? Like it wasn't no it was like, yo,
Yeah.
you want, I was like, hey, how can I make it in this business? He was, you know, boom. they look at this, they look at that, they look at that. If you're willing to do these things and keep pristine and just look, blah blah blah, yada yada. I don't want to say these too many details to where now it's making somebody else feel like they got to do these things. But I asked specific questions and he gave me specific answers, and I was like, all right, bet. Took about 5-6 months to where I was starting to get a rhythm. I went to my agent Garrett, which is
I know Garrett.
Right. Okay. So, and then to Danny, both of them, and I was like, oh, okay, I get it. I literally said, I get it now. I took a couple of classes. I took a business and acting class.
So then I want to get into that. So what was the first thing before you even got into commercial work and acting and stuff like that? Was it something where it's like, all right, cool, I wanted to be an actor, or I just wanted to, do this commercial shit because it make bread? So how did that get you out of Trader Joe's?
I was always enthused with acting in general. Like I'm a Will Smith, Denzel baby. Nice. You feel me? So anything they were in, I just loved. Mm-hmm. And if John Williams was making a score, like I just was involved in it. It just watching wise. So I was always a character, and I was just naturally, just innately, just animated, semi-funny. I'm real-time funny. I'm not like, stand-up joke funny, but I know that. I'm aware of that. I got homies that really allow me to know that. You feel me? Right. Like niggas don't hold back.
Hey, listen.
You feel me?
It's the difference for what we do over here.
It's the difference.
But continue.
You feel me? So
it's not about me.
So kudos to you.
Thank you.
Kudos. So along with those things, what's the point I'm talking about?
Well, pretty much the point you're talking about is just about what enthused you to kind of be involved with this.
How did you get there?
How'd you get there? Yeah.
How'd I get there? So yeah,
you saying Will Smith and
Will Smith. Yeah, those are my influences. And then shout out to my nigga Lionel. Shout out to Lionel Boyce, man.
Another Westchester graduate, our future. Lionel, that's my guy, man. I fuck with Lionel. That's my nigga.
He's notable LA niggas.
What's the show called?
The Bear.
The Bear.
Oh, he's the baker. He does the desserts.
Okay. Well, I haven't watched it. I know it's based in Chicago, so I don't. You know what I'm saying?
He on all seasons.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, he in that kitchen.
My nigga Lionel's definitely in the acting bag.
He is pristine. Nice. You feel me? But he's been one of my resources to where like I'm asking advice. Like, okay, when you're at this spot, what would you do? What did you do? You feel me? What worked? What didn't work? And he was writing on Loiter Squad at the time.
Yeah.
So he had that experience. He had that insight, and he was also auditioning for things. And we were close. You feel me? And he just would take the time out to answer my questions, whether it was through text, in person. And I just I appreciate having homies that are making it or that had made it at the time already, and gave the time to the people who will actually like put the work in and ask questions.
What was one of the biggest advices you got from anybody getting into the acting and commercial world and the world of
man, that's easy.
Theater?
All the homies that have made it or are making it, all the advice was just continue to be yourself. You feel me? So the hardest thing has been the discipline of being yourself, you feel me, and like staying in the spaces.
Discipline of being yourself.
Discipline of being yourself, because you get into all these other spaces and you start getting like a skewed view of what you're trying to push or who you're trying to, not who you're trying to be, but who you are.
I feel that for sure. Just doing this music thing, so I feel that.
Like it's a little easier to get like twisted if your work is say like the producer or the writer, because if you're not also like pushing forward your own show, then somebody else is able to like throw their own ingredients in it, or say like, oh, since I'm writing your check, you feel me, I'm gonna change this. But for the simple fact that I'm doing something that requires my voice, my face, and my personality, it's only so much a person can bend before they're like, oh, okay, like I want you to be this other person. Like I'm literally getting hired to be myself, unless I'm just showing up as somebody else.
But then how do you then differentiate being yourself within doing commercial work where they have
acting,
because and acting work too? Because I know myself, when I get auditions and all these other things, callbacks, avails, all these different stuff, they always ask, oh, Tunde, that was great. Okay, try doing it like this or doing like this. I love your look. I love this. You know what I'm saying? What then allows you to tap into what they want that exactly gets you to get the booking. Because I've had, me personally, like, and that's another reason why I've had you on the show, not only just to give you your flowers, but to really pick your brain about it. Because outside of anybody that recognizes you from this, you've done a significant amount of. I literally was watching you the other day on that fucking Disney cruise commercial. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that's the most recent one that you did.
Shout out to Mo.
Yeah, shout out to Mo.
Shout out to the director Mo.
Yeah, that shit was dope. And I saw it and I looked up like, that was fucking Micah.
Yeah.
Like, you're playing a father. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, on a cruise or some shit. Do you have any kids?
I don't.
You don't, right? Exactly.
A niece and nephew.
Exactly. You're playing a whole fucking father, a husband, all type of shit. Looking in a fucking
real family man.
I am daddy.
Right. He the pappy.
Ain't nobody say none.
What?
I'm the pappy boss.
I'm the pappy
boss.
Okay.
Eyes front, mister.
No, so how do you then tap into what they need to get commercial work? Or is it because of the resume that you have already, that's an extensive resume, that kind of gives you a leg up?
Hey, I'm gonna say this to all them actors out there that's just starting. That resume don't give a fuck. That resume don't mean shit. You feel me? The resume gets you possibly, you feel me, some kudos, a tap on the back. But in regards to the agent or the photo that they're seeing, the agent that's hitting them up or the photo that they're seeing, that's the first thing they're gonna tack onto. And then your details is the second and third thing. You feel me? Like I was just saying to somebody today, like the actual details that I see in my breakdowns have changed.
What does that mean?
What does that mean?
So a breakdown you'll get.
No, the details. Bro.
Oh, the details.
Yeah.
So within the breakdown, they'll have details of the person they're looking for. And if you're trying to see how you're doing within your, your bulk of people, like your herd, because it's like a cattle call, essentially, it'll start saying specific things like, okay, we're looking for, 40s to 30s to 40s character, male, dad, hero, top comedy, blah, blah, blah. So in the psychology of the words, it's like, okay, what are they really looking for? You feel me? They're looking for a hero. They're looking for the lead. They're possibly given the words. They're possibly given the face all the time. Okay, that's a big role. That's essentially the bulk of the commercial. Boom. They're looking for top comedy. Okay, so they're already looking for the top people that you can send. Okay, boom. Now they're looking for, give me your best clients. So I'm like, oh, okay. So either they're saying, give me the best, amongst this category, or give me your best clients. You feel me? So through a lot of these details, I've been just paying attention to like how the agency sees me, and then also how casting is seeing me. You feel me?
I already have so many questions, but what you just said lastly made it make sense.
And honestly, it makes so much sense to me as somebody who's in it right now as well. Like, because like I said, and you know what this means, I've had callbacks. I've had multiple callbacks, avails, all these different things, but I've yet to book a commercial yet.
Okay.
I've booked movies, I've booked all these different things, but a commercial, because of certain things where I feel like I don't meet the standard, but based off of what you said, what?
Like the look.
Yeah, but based off of the breakdown of the description that you just said, that's what they send. Send us your best comedic actor, your best this, your best. I get a lot of heroes, I get a lot of principals, I get a lot of the guy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But my biggest problem is because I'm 35, okay? I get my age bracket.
I've never guessed that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that works with me and against me, kind of. You know what I'm saying? Because I may or may not look like it.
Yeah.
But if me and you both went up for a role for the dad in any commercial, you'd get it before I would.
Right.
And not to say that you look old or anything.
No,
but it's like, you know what I'm saying?
But no. You in that case, I feel like you're right as well. Just on the strength of, okay, like how much hair do I have on my face? I'm looking at certain things like that where it's like I might not sound like the dad. You feel me? Because of my voice.
Because even in the Disney commercial, you didn't even say anything.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly. The Disney commercial, that's when you look into like the little magic ball.
Right.
And I'm like, it was a magic ball. So it was like
it was a little bottle. It was a little bottle.
Yeah. Like the look at this nigga's face.
I done seen that shit so much. I be laughing.
I be watching it here on the fucking TV. I'm like, look at my dog. Like, god damn. I love this for him, man.
No, my mom done called me like, did I just see your friend Micah in a commercial?
Yeah,
Like,
several
definitely
commercials.
did.
Tell
I'm
Mom
like,
to say
yeah,
what's
you
up.
definitely
Several
did.
commercials.
Shout out, Mom.
Yeah, so it's stuff like that
Yeah.
where it's just like I feel like because okay, prime example, right? And I'm glad I got you on here. In all
keep it-
fairness, shout out to Daniel Hoff Agency. They are the biggest commercial agency in Los Angeles, and you got to give them their flowers. Like
Shout
real
out to
shit.
them.
You know
We
what
love
I'm saying?
them. We love
Shout
them.
out to y'all.
Love
You know what
y'all.
I'm saying? Real shit. And I gotta give it to you as a black man who is one of their most prestige clients and people who are booked and busy with their shit as a black man because you deal with a lot with them.
Yeah.
Because I was referred to them by 2 different people and my agent at the time. I mean, my
Right.
manager at the time set me up with them. So the situation that came to be when I even went for my my orientation or whatever, like Daniel knew exactly who I was off my headshot in the room. Like the moment he saw me, I was quiet in there. I didn't say much, but he was like, "Hey, Mr. Nice Smile, why you ain't saying nothing?" Yeah, he knew exactly who I was. What's your name again? Tunde. Yeah, I remember your headshot. You know what I'm saying? So I was like kind of in the corner or whatever. But he made it very clear, like you said, they talk to you like a football coach. And for all these people that want to get into this world of entertainment and this real shit that comes with being an actor, being a comedian, being anything, like this shit is very demanding. Like this shit borderline could be like a job for you feeling, even though you feel like people work for you, it's still a job. Because the reason why, and this is the first time I'm saying it, but I'll be willing to say the reason why I was let go from Daniel Hoff, because I was tired of being thrown at the wall waiting for shit to stick.
Gotcha.
And with this business, they're gonna do that because they're in the business to make money.
Yeah.
And your headshot and what you do and how you look is they're trying to make money off of it. That's it. They don't really give a fuck until you start making the money. See, you probably have a little bit more personal relationship because you done made them some money. I know that for a fact. You know what I'm saying? But at a certain point in time, if you're not willing to do all the auditions back to back to back, and that was my gift and curse, because of a good headshot, because of being personable or having the comedic relief or whatever, I kept getting a lot of auditions, but they was just throwing in anything, music videos, this shit. And some shit like, yo, I know I'm not gonna get this. Like I said, I'm my age, but if I'm playing the dad and me and you both go to the audition on fucking Wilshire, I know if I walk in the audition, I see you there, I'm like, yeah, this is gonna be quick. You know what I'm saying? Because I know they not finna look at me compared to somebody else to look. And then sometimes I go into the room and I see the other people that are there, and I look at the sheets like who's there for hero, who's there for the principal, who's there, and like there's only 8 people in this room. There's 6 people here that's the hero, and I'm one of them. And I'm looking at all these old dad bod ass niggas and all these niggas that are bald with beard. Like, no, I'm serious. Like, this is shit. Like, that's the realization of it. But the fact is, whoever liked your headshot at the time picked you for that.
Right.
The casting director picked you, and so now you're here with all these other people that you don't look nothing like. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So the situation I had with me is I remember that I had 2 auditions back to back because I kept getting a lot of auditions with Daniel Hoff, and I had 2 auditions back to back, and I didn't do either of them. And I knew by the time they called me the next morning, I was gonna be cooked because it was throwing me at the wall for some shit. Was just like one, I didn't want to do this, and 2, I know I wouldn't get it if I do it. And it was just like, okay, y'all didn't even care about what would potentially be realistic for me. That's why I shout out to my agency, Rain. You know what I'm saying? I've actually went, it was different. You remember, I know, like, you remember how, like, Cameron used to talk about how when he was first signed, and then when he got to Rockefeller, he went and started talking to everybody at departments and shit like that. Hold on, no, this is what's this. I know my budget shit now. Now with my agency, I went and I made a meeting with them myself.
Yeah.
Yo, check this out. This is my budget. This is where we started. Nothing less than this much. You know what I'm saying? Don't throw me at the wall for this. I'm not looking to be in music videos. I'm not looking to be in this. I'm not looking to be this. This is what I'm good at. This is what I can do. Don't throw me at the wall for this shit because I'm not going to do it. Straight up. And if whatever comes with it, I'll go get another agent. And they understand that. And it's cool like that. But with Daniel Hoff, because they were so big and they are so big, they don't give a fuck about you until you're making the money. And even if you are making the money, it's like, all right, well, we're going to keep throwing you at the wall with certain shit that makes them money.
Yeah.
And I feel like with your situation, it's a little bit more personable because you're somebody that is a face and you have a formula that works with them. And I wanted to know then now for anybody else and just for myself, what would you say is your formula that allows you to book things that doesn't make you feel as if someone's just throwing some shit at the wall for you?
I would say, and I don't want to discredit anything that you've said, we're all entitled to our opinions based on our experiences.
Yeah, don't let them fuck up your money.
No.
I can't.
Hey,
Sticks in Disney's commercials. I can't.
No, but Pete,
I cannot.
But Pete, and I want to say this because I've met somebody in the elevator who has been dropped as well, but they were coming to visit to come back.
Yo, I know people that's been dropped and came back.
So I say that to say, I feel that not everybody comes in it with the same mentality, and I came into it as me and T.Reg has said, like we were doing music before, so I came into acting as a hustle. You feel me? I came in like, oh snaps, niggas is making, a rack off of a commercial. 10 racks off commercial. I met a nigga who bought a house off a commercial, like 100 racks.
One commercial, right?
I said, oh, okay. On some Jake from State Farms and stuff. Like I was in audition rooms with Jake from State Farm, like right before he got Jake, right before. And I was thinking the same thing where I was like, damn, like all these niggas, like, oh man, they getting, oh man, audition, blah blah blah, blase. So around the time where I say that it clicked for me, I was in Groundlings improv school, and shout out to Lionel. I was like, what kind of classes can I take so that way I can like, really get into it and really like, get into my bag of like being a character or creating characters or doing auditions better. So he told me to audit classes. So I went to UCB, I went to Groundlings, and I was like, you know what, I like Groundlings. So I used to take class with Kyle Kennedy. He's now one of the I think Cooking with Gas characters. He's one of the main Sunday service or Sunday they call it something. Point being, I've been back to start going to the classes, so I'll be more equipped for next time. But I say that to say, all things included involved with like going to classes, meeting other like casting directors, having my own relationships with these casting directors. Like a lot of times I'll go back to the agency and I'll be like, yo, like I just worked with this director, or this director is now my friend, or I'm connected with the casting now that y'all are connected with. Like they kind of like me. You feel me? Like we've developed like regular relationships based on like a lot of them are artists. So like we'll talk about music. You feel me? We'll talk about a bunch of different things, and then all of a sudden it's like, oh hey, like see you next time. And then now they're sending me the things that the agency possibly didn't even send me for, just because we having conversations, and they're like, oh yeah, like I thought you'd be good for this, and I'm like, dang, like thank you. You feel me? You want some lunch? Like just looking out, like on some, you coming in the studio and you ain't doing nothing, or you working for somebody, or somebody's working for you, and you getting paid off of food. You feel me? Like at the end of the day, if we ain't getting no money and somebody's fed, like everybody's happy. So I and jump in whatever. I feel like you.
No, I'm about to say something, but go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
And so
y'all both made two valid points that I'm about to allude to.
Bet that. So with the clicking, the aha moment with Hoff, or with the career, I went back to Hoff and I was like, yo, I wanna sit down and have a meeting. You feel me? I know what I want to do now. So I went there and I had my plan of like, okay, I get this now, I'm making these friends, so on and so forth. I understand how to do it. Now, how do I propel this? You feel me? Like, how do I improve on what I'm already doing? What classes should I take? What kind of photos should I take? I want to go more into the nuanced narrative stuff. I want to be more theatrical with things. You feel me? My strength lies right here. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, in that case, you should do this. You should take photos with Johnny Marlowe. Shout out Marlowe. I'm still using photos from him from like 5 years ago. And then outside of that, I just like exercise and get haircuts. You feel me? And
you know what?
Look
Crazy
the same.
thing about a haircut. Shout out to the homie BT Kingsley. He booked a bunch of roles and stuff. I remember standing with him outside a Laugh Factory, and he was like, and I was telling him like, yo, nigga, I cut hair. He was like, yeah, I never let you niggas cut my hair. I was like, yo, why the fuck? He said, I don't want no crispy lining. The white people don't like that in commercials. He's like, they only want the basic shit. When most black people that you see in commercials and shit, they look regular as fuck. Yeah. Like they don't keep like, what? Look at this nigga. He said like niggas just don't. They want the most. like not even like
They want
threatening
the most non-nigga shit.
non-nigga shit ever.
Let's
Want a
keep
nigga
it
that went to
funky.
private school type shit. Okay. Anyway, but yeah. So
no, that's crazy though. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's great. But what were you gonna say though?
Basically, no. So I was just tripping out hearing both of y'all points. I'm just relating it back to me doing my music thing. Because really, I was gonna have a question for you, but it's like the way he said what he said, it just made sense. So I feel like your position was just more like, you went through the ringer enough, and now you're like, I need to do what I know that I'm good at doing.
Right.
I'm not gonna have the state of mind of I gotta do what I gotta do type of thing. Because that's what I was gonna ask you. Like, you didn't feel like you had to do what you had to do.
And you know, that is a good question though, because to piggyback off both of what you said, that question and what you said too, going forward now with the agency that I have and whatever, I literally, and I feel like this is for anybody and everybody that's understanding this, like with yourself, with myself, even you, T.Reg, too, because you went to school.
For sure.
You got your ass up and really went to school, went to a trade and learned this shit and realized that other people that's trying to do this shit just playing with it is playing with it.
For
You know what I'm
sure.
saying? But to understand that you to really be in the industry and be taken seriously, you have to take the steps to be taken seriously. I went to acting class.
Right.
I spent over $800 on pictures, on headshots. Never in my life did I spend that much on fucking pictures.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So shit like that. And I did that based off of the photographers that my agency referred me to. Not just me finding my mans with a camera. Hey, yo, 1050, take some pictures of me. Not to say that she won't be great. Shout out to 1050. Please book him. Look him up. 1050 for sure. But in general, I think it's that click. When you take yourself seriously, you present yourself seriously, and other people have
different understanding.
You know what I'm saying?
And that is. Did you want?
No, go ahead.
I was about to say, and that is where I think we clicked because, so I'm in one of the acting classes, and mind you, I got the headshots, and then but Danny also used to suggest to me, he was like, yo, like, cause I came in with some headshots from one of the homies at CSUN. I was like, yo, it was suggested that I try, auditioning for this agency. I don't have no headshots, I don't have no resume, and I was like, you know what? I work at the computer lab. I'm gonna just create a resume based on like some Google shit. You feel me? I'm creating a resume
You
with
made a fake resume?
I made fake as fuck. Like, but peep. It had all the real things that I really did do as well. But they were just like, oh, like I was stage crew in high school, and I was Lion King in like 5th grade, and then I was like, oh wait, the homie shoot short films. He was a cheerleader too. Like he I knew him from the gym, so I was like, yo, next thing you shooting. He in the cinema, the fucking cinema arts. I was like, next thing you shoot, I'm in whatever it is. He was like, all right, bet. I'm in like 2 scenes. I'm beating somebody up, and then I get beat up, and then I get popped.
No dialogue.
No dialogue. No dialogue.
Niggas getting shot.
Hey, I was like, yo, I'm in a YouTube series. You feel me? And then he took some photos. I was like, what do headshot photos look like? I took some bullshit. They were cool at the time. They were artistic, but and my bad, Malik. But the reason why they were bullshit, was because they just weren't up to the quality of what
a headshot is. And that headshot was.
But you got to start somewhere, you know.
Got to start somewhere.
It's not even just about faking it till you make it. It's about the understanding of self and understanding of like, all right, cool. There's what the phrase is. I believe there's day one and then there's one day or something like that. Where it's just like where you can start, you know what I'm saying, on something with the first day you do it, and then that is the first day that you do it until the 100th day that you do it. So now the first time, and some people don't ever leap and take that leap of faith. You know what I'm saying? They're just always like, man, I can't do that. I don't have this. I don't have that. Well, you got to start from somewhere. You know, so at least take the first initiative and start with, you know what I'm saying, the first step. And day one, this is day one. Your bullshit, your fake ass resume, your you know what I'm saying, non-good headshots or whatever the case to be in. But in reality, at day 100, you're one of the top, you know what I'm saying, actors and commercial workers right now for one of the biggest agencies in Los Angeles. You get what I'm saying? And that's something that I personally wanted to have you here and get your flowers on, because I know the people will recognize you from this episode if they've watched TV. Because as somebody who doesn't even watch TV, nigga, you've been all over that bitch in multiple different commercials. Whether it's a snippet, it's like, yo, shit, that was just Mike again. The Mike again. I just seen something on your story recently where someone was gonna start calling you a Visa.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, so I thought it was hilarious. They gonna start calling
my
me.
cousin too. Shout out
Yeah,
Jerry.
they're gonna start calling you Visa because you're everywhere, nigga. Like you're everywhere you want to be. Like, this nigga.
Shout out Jerry. Shout out. my
Yeah,
cousin,
so
man.
that shit's cool, man. And I really did take this time to, like I said, not only give you your flowers, but to take the advice that comes from somebody that's actually doing it on the other side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? Where the grass is greener, where you're booked and busy. And I wanted to know then now what's coming next for you. Is it more theatrical work or actual acting, or is commercial work is something that you're comfortable with and you still want to, be creative
Man,
artistically?
that's a what's crazy is that's a loaded question. As I was driving today, I was thinking about all the things that are going on right now, and I'm gonna zip through them because I probably won't talk about them again. You know, niggas it's like it's out when it's out. You feel me? When I start talking about things, they don't happen.
Yeah,
you know.
I understand that.
But the thing is, I got to give myself a deadline, so I'm gonna give myself this deadline on this podcast. I'm gonna speak it out right now, manifest it. It's already in motion though, but I am working on 2 albums actually. I have, it's oddly enough.
This nigga's
Oddly
Tupac.
enough, I
He's
got
working on a double album.
I got
Continue.
I got a creative collective or with a music group called Free Gold, and a lot of the music actually was made down the street from this location right now. Yeah, like we all harbored around Los Feliz, but then the homie has a house over here, so we made a lot of our records over there, and so there's an album of that, and then there's an album called Jesus Was Black I'm working on. That's coming out. I'll probably have T.Reg engineer on some shit since he don't rap no more.
Right.
I got the production for you.
I ain't gonna lie. I gotta hear some of these T-Reg bars.
If you go to my YouTube, you'll actually find some. It's one song that's still on there.
Oh my god!
You feel me?
Go
Go to Blackmail. Go to Micah Vault, and then you'll see some Blackmail tracks, and T.Reg is on there.
Micah Vault.
T.Reg, hey, should I rap? No, okay.
Yo.
Hey.
No.
It's a heavenly feel.
Hey, I gotta hear
it's
it.
so chill.
You remember your bars, T-Reg?
I kind of remember that as you saying it.
T.Reg and Blackmail.
Oh yeah, I remember. Oh yeah, I remember that. We did at the homie Roy's studio. I remember that.
Yeah, we recorded that on his homie studio, man.
Crying.
But I got 2 albums coming out that I'm producing, writing, recording.
Nice.
They're not all just me. There are a lot of collaborative projects. And then I have a series that I'm writing for YouTube. And that's going to be a project that's coming out soon. That's untitled, so I don't have a title for it.
Well, if you're looking for actors
for
the
less.
series.
Say less, Tunde. Hey, and that's what happened.
Never gave me no button.
This Chicago ass nigga, that's his favorite shit.
all you had to say.
Shots, right.
That's all you had to say.
Well, thank you, man. King and T-Reg's an asshole, so I know he's gonna actually talk shit. But here on this show, we like to give our guests flowers, real flowers.
Oh, snap!
You know what I'm saying? So this is a segment and a part that I've just incorporated to where we give these people their flowers that they really deserve. So we have a gold flower for you here, brother, for all of your accomplishments, all of your, hard work that you put into your craft and being, a prestigious black man, man. And we wanted to really give you this flower here from us at the Tuned In podcast. Let you know, man, that we appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? You're a part of the culture.
Sir.
You're somebody that a young person's going to come up saying like, yeah, man, I went to the school because, you know what I'm saying, Micah Bijon went to the school, or I saw him on TV and I believe that I could be this, or I believe that I could do that, or I heard his album and, you know what I'm saying, it inspired me to be more than what I was presented based off of my environment. So I'm glad that I can be able to give you your flowers here, first and acknowledge you for, all the things that you've done for the culture.
Damn, man.
You know what I'm saying? That's real shit. So we're gonna wrap this up. We definitely need to have a part 2 because I definitely want to, dive into more details about just all the things that come with being in the industry. Because you've been signed with Daniel Hall for 10 years, so that's a very you a vet, you an OG in this shit.
Man.
You know what I'm saying? At this point,
Literally,
a lot of game to give.
Literally,
man.
lots of game and lots of insight, and I've learned a lot today in general. And I've been blessed and honored to be around somebody that's also doing it. And I feel like you are who you hang with, you are who you affiliate with. And if 5 motherfuckers in the room are millionaires and you the 6th one,
Jeez.
you just so happen might be the 6th one. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man.
So you let people know what you have coming up and what you have going on. But I want to know what's your social media handle, anything that you're looking out for in the next couple of months or whatnot. And any what is your most recent commercial?
All right. So my name is Micah Bijon Vaults. You can find me on Instagram or YouTube as Micah Bijon, Micah Bijon _. You can find me on YouTube or Instagram as Micah Vaults for any music. Pick your poison. Anything that's coming out soon, technically I couldn't tell that.
Yeah, we ain't
But
talking about it, right?
I will say that the last thing that has been live has been Starbucks. So if you caught Super Bowl, it was playing. But other than that, I'll see you next time on TV, bitch.
Niggas in the Starbucks commercial. God bless, man. T.Reg, Mr. LA. Let them know where they can find you
man,
at,
it's
man.
me. Same old shit, man. T.Reg on Instagram. TDOTREG on TikTok and Twitter. I'm about to get more active on TikTok. I'm a viral nigga now.
Shout out to bro going viral. tell him why he went viral. He hit 1 million
some
views,
crazy
dog.
shit. Some burnt out LA shit, man. Rest in peace, my nigga Disco Boogie. We was at bro funeral, aka his homegoing. Very untraditional funeral. It was in a different way. It wasn't at a church or nothing. It was a way bro wanted to go out. The homie got cremated, but some funny, it was funny. Some funny ghetto shit happened. Shout out to the older homie Moby. He performed a song that him and Disco made like damn near 15 years ago. And it's very LA-ish, very gangbangish. And I captured the moment because I knew it was gonna go viral once I posted. I knew it was, and that's exactly what happened. So shout out to me for being from LA and having that moment.
Right. Then let people know the TikTok specifically so they can go find it.
TDOTREG. You gonna see it.
You're gonna see it.
It's gonna say 1 million views.
It's gonna say 1 million views.
Matter of fact, you can find it right
now. There you go.
We're gonna make sure we edit that in. All right. And I've been the host of the evening. You already know, Tunde. You can follow me on all of my social media platforms at TunGotJokes. Nah, brother, this is for you, brother. That's your goal. You know what I'm saying? Shit. But I don't need my flowers. I give myself flowers every day. Anyway, Tunde. These niggas was waiting to push the fucking button. Waiting to push the button. I want to collectively say fuck both of them. I'm glad Michael came on the show, but fuck him from the heart. And fuck T.Reg too. I never liked him. I'm looking for a new co-host. Any and everybody. Fuck it. Anybody. I don't even give a fuck if you can read or not. Come on. We looking for a new co-host here. But all right. Yeah, you know you can follow me on all of my social media platforms at TunGotJokes. That's TUNGOTJOKES. And that has been this edition of the Tuned In Podcast. If you think our show was dope, if you think our show was dumb, we don't get no fuck. We did it the Tuned In way. Let's make some noise for the Tuned In Podcast,
Yes,
and we'll catch y'all next time. Like that, we are out. Appreciate y'all. Later.